falling building tiles and duct tape on the carpet, why a concerned parent is urging the community to vote yes on the East Valley school bond tonight.
A big pattern shift brings about more sunshine and a possible return of mountain snow by the weekend.
And a Logan Elementary School student and her father no longer in ICE custody. Now they face the legal system. A breakdown of what they can expect. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. First up tonight, the trial for a Boundary County woman accused of sexually abusing 2 minors began this afternoon in Bonner County. Prosecutors say the alleged crimes happened between 2012 and 2015. Catherine Cowell and her husband were arrested last year after the Bonners Ferry police chief reported his own brother, Richard Cowell, to investigators. KREM 2's chief photojournalist Amanda Rowley was in the courtroom today. She's joining us live from the Bonner County Courthouse with what attorneys told the jury in their opening statements.
Well, this afternoon, prosecutors told jurors that this case is a story of secrets. Now, when the crimes happened, the 2 survivors were minors, and now they are adults. Catherine Cowell faces 2 counts of lewd conduct with a minor under the age of 16. We are not naming the survivors because they were minors at the time of the alleged crime and because of the nature of this crime. Now, the prosecutor told the jury they would hear testimony from those 2 survivors. And as for the defense attorney, she told jurors to listen carefully to their testimony and the details they share.
Listen to the details. Listen to any changes in the details from one time of telling the story to the next, because those things are important. It's also very important that you think about motivations.
When we're all done with this trial, I'm going to come back. I'm going to ask you to find the defendant guilty of 2 counts for both children of lewdness and misconduct. Thank you.
Cowell's husband, Richard Cowell III, pleaded guilty to similar charges in July. He was sentenced to 17 years fixed and could serve up to 5 more years after that. Prosecutors said last year his plea cannot legally affect Cowell's trial. Now, the trial is scheduled to last through this week, but we can potentially expect the attorneys to rest their case by as early as this Wednesday. We'll keep you updated on the conclusion of this case when the jury reaches a verdict. In Sandpoint, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you. Let's shift gears now. We'll take our first look at the forecast on this Monday with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, I love it that we're after 5 o'clock and it's still light outside.
Mark, I was stepping out on the back patio. This is a true story. Looked outside. The Home Depot was lit in alpenglow of beauty that I have not seen in quite a while.
Beautiful sight.
Beautiful shot. But if you look, Mount Spokane lit up in alpenglow. Arguably a lot more beautiful than the alternative there. But here we go, 42 degrees where we currently sit. Still quite a bit above our average temperature for this time of year. That's still supposed to be in the upper 30s, so we're above it just about everywhere, including where Amanda is up in Sandpoint. A couple of showers popping up on radar, most of those pretty light in nature, a couple of them on 95 north of Coeur d'Alene, moving their way out. Check this out, overnight, couple of light snow showers moving through, maybe a little bit of a dusting, not too much to write home about, but any snow in the mountains right now is pretty awesome. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll see sunshine, plenty more of it as we get into the day on Wednesday. And then Thursday looks like clouds take back over, but temperatures stay pretty mild. 45 tomorrow, 46 Wednesday under sunny skies, 43 on Thursday, and I can now say the alpenglow is gone. Sunset, yeah, it's happened. It's official. But hey, there's always tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show tonight. A Logan Elementary student and her father have been released from custody. Border Patrol agents detained them last month. It's a story that certainly drew a lot of attention when it happened. KREM 2's Cody Proctor spoke with one of the attorneys working on this case. She joins us live tonight with more to this story. Cody?
Well, Mark, we found out about the family's release from Latinos and Spokane on Saturday when they posted the news on Facebook. Now, court documents filed Friday show Arnaldo Teal Call and his daughter were released from from a facility. You may remember the 2 were detained in Spokane last month by Border Patrol agents and taken to a processing center in Dilley, Texas. One of the attorneys working on their case is Dan Jividen, an immigration attorney in Texas who graduated from Gonzaga. He took on the case pro bono while hearing about it while while he was scrolling his phone and keeping track of Gonzaga basketball.
What I do just happens to be helping people mostly that keeps getting moved from Florida, Washington, Massachusetts, etc. They're getting moved down here. And what I'm doing is handling the federal habeas corpus litigation once it gets here.
Now be sure to tune in tonight at 6 o'clock to KREM 2 News. We'll have more to the story with my conversation with Jividan and how habeas corpus played into the family's release, as well as what else happened. In the newsroom, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
All right, Cody, thank you. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown, along with members of City Council, are proposing to direct $100,000 in emergency financial assistance to support individuals and families impacted by civil immigration enforcement. Pending City Council approval, the funds will be allocated to the Spokane Immigrant Rights Coalition's Community Justice Fund, which aims to help families meet essential needs such as housing, healthcare, food, and transportation. In a statement, Mayor Lisa Brown said in part, quote, "The Trump administration's policies have torn families apart and resulted in job losses. These are valuable members of our Spokane community, and providing financial support is a tangible way that we can support them," end quote. For more information on the proposal, just head on over to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, still more to come on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. They are calling it their hour of desperation. How the Guthrie family is reacting to a looming deadline in a ransom note for Nancy Guthrie. The latest is coming up. And a bit later, the Seahawks have landed back in Seattle following their Super Bowl victory last night. How they celebrated their win immediately following the game. Still ahead.